Two guys, one review, one review.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Because I did. I watched Black Adam, and I gotta say it was electrifying. Pierce Brosnan, amazing. A+ acting for sure. I gotta say, I know I say this in every single video. Me and Tony were actually talking about this. It surpassed expectation. I mean, I really have superhero fatigue at this point, and I'm pretty sure you do too, Tony. I mean,
Yeah, a little bit.
it's just inevitable at this point. Every single month, you got a new superhero flying around. But I mean, I watched it. I'm surprised critics didn't like it because it had a lot of action, very action packed. Multiple scenes that had me literally, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless because I haven't seen a superhero movie like that in so long. Black Adam actually kills people. He kills him. He murders him. He picks up a guy and fries him. It was insane. And then, of course, DC making its comeback. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully, Snyderverse comes back. Fingers crossed. But let's get into Black Adam. The Rock playing The Rock in a movie that was basically produced by The Rock. Can't go wrong. He's a force to be reckoned with. Big, bald motherfucker. You don't want to mess with him. Audience loved it, 89%. Critics did not. Tony, tell us about the critics.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like one of those action movies, predictable, Fast and Furious or something like that. I think people that we want to see action movies, they're going to love it. But critics never really take too kind of that stuff because they're into, the acting and the plot and stuff, which I don't think was bad in this movie. Could have used some tweaks here and there. Ending a little predictable near the end. But, that's never going to sit great with critics. But, 90% almost audience score. So obviously, people are liking it. I liked it, went to the movies. We talked about DC making a comeback. They killed the Batman for sure. This one, I think, did well. I enjoyed it. What other thoughts you got on it?
I mean, they kind of copy and pasted a couple scenes from the Avengers when it comes to Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange, especially when Hawkeye or whatever he is, just starts multiplying himself all over the place. And that's definitely a scene from the Avengers. But, I mean, they knocked it out of the park. I love how The Rock delivered. And Henry Cavill, I mean, for you guys that haven't watched it, end the video now, go to the movie theaters. This is going to be a spoiler. Henry Cavill comes in at the end, and it's leading into some big things with DC. They got the hard hitters back. They got Henry Cavill. They might actually have Ben Affleck, and they got The Rock right now to play Black Adam. So we're going to see some powerhouses in the next DC films, and, I'm excited. Marvel, I don't really care about that anymore. Honestly, I'm super fatigued when it comes to Marvels. The TV show's disappointed. But yeah, DC, here we go.
Just following up on that, I think they picked a great opportunity to kick up the DC because Marvel is starting to tank. We talked about She-Hulk, Thor, like Marvel stocks are like dropping, and DC ones like buy, like for sure. Like when I first saw it, like and when I heard first announced like the Batman, saw the trailer, I was like, all right, looks interesting. But they've been there with the Batman movies before, Batman versus Superman and all that, and like that wasn't that good. You know what I mean? They killed that. I think Black Adam did well for itself. So I think there's more things to come, and I think they picked a great time to just kick it up a notch just because Marvel is starting to slowly decline, especially with the merge over to Disney.
Marvel's like a guy that's stranded on a desert with no water. That's what Marvel is. He's slowly just willowing away. But DC's a guy at a Chinese buffet right now, just raking it in. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I was legitimately excited about a Marvel film, but DC honestly is surpassing expectations. I mean, the way they just chopped down on Batgirl, and they're doing reshoots on the new Flash movie. That goes to show that they're taking advantage of their opponent's weakness, and they got them in the corner, and they're beating the shit out of them. So I mean, when it comes to Black Adam, action packed. They actually made him a hero. There are some scenes in the movie that make you go, what the hell? Like that scene with the kids skateboarding in Kahndaq. But still, you can tell it's a movie. Or as Harry Styles says, it's a movie. You could tell it's a movie because it's a movie. But action-packed, a lot of explosions. Black Adam's flying around, beating the shit out of people, killing people. And, scenery's pretty good. CGI's amazing. The way they advertised it as well, amazing. There's no identity politics. There's no this. There's no that. It's just straight up fandom. And that's what The Rock says he cares about. He doesn't care about critics. He cares about the audience. And honestly, the audience is what matters. And if we get into ratings, I'm going to give it, maybe a 3.9 because, the writing wasn't all there, but 3.9. Maybe the next movie I'll give, a 4.8. When it comes to Black Adam, it is a movie that I would recommend, something that you could watch with the homies, sit back and chill. Tony, what's your rating?
Giving out like Olympic scores. That's what they score, like the skaters and stuff, like 0.8, 0.7. I think it did. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 4. You touched on the writing a little bit, but it's kind of like going on a roller coaster. You know what to expect. You still enjoy it, and then you leave satisfied. And that's exactly what this movie was. Just an action-packed movie. You're not going for the writing. You're not going for the script and all that. Even though it was fun, you're going for the action. And they killed that with the CGI in it. Rock did fine for himself. It's a Rock movie. You know what you're gonna get. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
All right, guys, that was 2 guys, 1 review once again. Hit us with a like, subscribe, comment, and Tony, add The Rock catching the rocket for this scene and put subscribe on the rocket. Thank you, guys. Much love. Have a great day.